Ask your doctor about Evista, one medicine that does both.
We got the new Forester because Subaru made it bigger and better. Don't get me wrong, we really liked our old one too. But when we got a look at the new Forester, we just had to make room for it. So, we did.
Fall in love with the Forester. All over again. Love. It's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
Wednesday, the Law & Order season finale.
Hookers, pimps, players.
The governor.
Who else knows about this?
The call girls. And the DA.
You can't dodge this scandal.
Who will take them all
You're being investigated.
down?
It's payback time.
The season finale of Law & Order. Wednesday on NBC.
We'll be back to check on you a little later, Mr. Masterson, when you're rested.
We wish you were a deal day. We wish you were a deal day. We wish you were a deal day. And an awesome new fall.
It's Red Hot Deal Days at Verizon Wireless. Celebrate any way you know how. Get to Verizon Wireless and get up to 50% off phones made for messaging, like the Blackberry Curve, the LG NV2, the Samsung Glide, or the Moto Q9M, now just $79.99. And they all come with America's most reliable wireless network, Verizon Wireless.
Welcome to the neighborhood, home of Applebee's signature salads, like California shrimp salad with seared shrimp, buttery bib lettuce, fresh avocado, and crispy bacon. Only in Applebee's. It's a whole new neighborhood.
This day is about more than making promises. It's about meaning every word of them. Because you're putting someone else's needs above your own and ensuring they'll always be taken care of. New York Life, the company you keep.
I decided to redecorate our living room. But no matter what I did, something didn't feel right. And then I figured it out. It wasn't the room.
What?
So I used the cash I got back to redecorate my husband.
With your Citi Cash Returns card, earn unlimited cash back and get it mailed to you automatically. Whatever your story is, your Citi Cash Returns card can help you write it.
Nashville Star premieres Monday, June 9th on NBC.
Next at 11, more effects of the outrageous gas prices.
You have to do what you have to do to stay in business.
From lawn care to pizza deliveries, how much more businesses are charging for these services. Plus the forecast to the Memorial Day weekend, how much gas prices are expected to be then.
We'll see a break in the rain, but it won't last long. I'll let you know if the weekend will be a complete washout.
And more tax troubles, why some people are missing money from their rebate checks. Next, watch News 5 at 11, where the news comes first.
Ohio's too much fun for just one day. Plan your 3 days at discoverohio.com.
I think the biggest surprise in driving the Ford F-150 is how much I really like the vehicle.
We knew that people who don't drive a Ford would be surprised by Ford. So we went from town to town and friend to friend, inviting real people to drive one.
I hate to say it, but I like it more than I like my Chevy. Wow. You feel like you have a true beast of a truck.
The bed's enormous.
It is. It's huge.
So I think anybody who needs a truck would love a Ford F-150.
Now for a limited time, get an F-150 with 0% financing plus $2,000 package discount savings at your Greater Cincinnati Ford dealer.
Johnny, slow cooking reminds me of how our family has been preparing food for generations.
Italians have mastered the art of braising.
You know, braising is brizzato in Italian. We take our beef brizzato, we slow cook it for 4 hours so that the beef takes on the flavor of the herbs, the wine, and the vegetables.
The beef gets so tender you could cut it with a fork, and it tastes great with our rich and creamy risotto.
You talk about delicious.
At Carrabba's, good things happen around our table.
Last year, Ohio Lottery instant players won over $900 million on the spot.
Whoa. Get in on the winning with the Bonus for Life game. You could win 10 grand a year for life. Cash for Life pays $25,000 a year. And coming May 23rd, Ohio's $200 million club features 10 top prizes of $2 million.
Play Ohio Lottery instant games today, and you could wind up in a good spot.
shooting. 3 buttons is a little 90s, Mr. Wayne.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're tonight's entertainment. And here we go. Where is he?
The Dark Knight, rated PG-13. In theaters and IMAX July 18.
SPF measures UVB rays, not UVA rays. Rays that can cause skin damage and even skin cancer. That's why Neutrogena created Ultra Sheer with Helioplex. It provides the highest combined UVA and UVB protection. Helioplex, only from Neutrogena.
Connect to everything you love in life with Blackberry.
We saw sun-touched mangoes and dreamed of exotic honey mango barbecue chicken. Introducing Fruit Inspirations meals, only from Smart Ones.
Decisions. Which Beneful prepared meal tonight? Roasted chicken recipe? Okay, savory rice and lamb stew. You're right. Tonight is a beef stew kind of night. You've made another fine choice. Look at those beefy chunks all packed with protein, the real vitamin-rich vegetables, the wholesome grains. And you think you're getting spoiled, but it's so good for you too.
Beneful prepared meals. Another healthful, flavorful Beneful.
Of the 2 top-selling brands, which interior flat paint stood up best to scrubbing? Which paint had a whiter base, making it easier to create truer, cleaner colors? Which paint was rated #1 in overall quality 4 years in a row? The one with the Home Depot price. There's no question, Behr is better. And it's only at the Home Depot. Good, better, Behr.
Tonight, Jay's all new with Dana Delaney, Adam Carolla, and getting punked at the gas pump. And on the Mercedes-Benz Summer Concert Series, Dwight Yoakam. Then on Conan, Carlos Mencia tonight.
Hi, I'm Steve Carell, and I'm hosting the season finale of SNL this week with musical guest Usher.
Hey, are you still a 40-year-old virgin?
That was just a movie, Amy, but yes, I am.
Dork.
Stay tuned for more ER. Catch up with your favorite characters with all new video profiles. Plus, take the ER trivia quiz at NBC.com.
Next at 11, strong winds knocking down trees around the tri-state. We're live with the damage and when this storm system will move out of our area. And how much more local businesses are charging for deliveries because of the high gas prices. Next, watch News 5 at 11, where the news comes first.
Hello, I'm a Mac.
Hello, I'm a PC, and I'm living with Vista.
Hi, PC. I'm so proud of you for doing this, pal. This is great.
Thank you.
One day at a time, buddy.
Yep.
You've taken the biggest step, and that's accepting that our operating system isn't working like it should.
I just wish they would resolve these problems and issues once and for all.
I wish I could tell you it's going to get easier. Well, I'm pleased to say I've been error-free for nearly a week.
Way to go!
Well, I'm pleased to say I've been error-free for nearly a week.
Okay.
Well, I'm pleased to say I've been error-free for nearly a week. So hard to watch.
Can someone restart him, please?
Well, I'm pleased to say I've been error-free for nearly a week. Let's see I get there by 9.
Listen, Major, maybe you want to meet at my house at like 7 p.m.?
Dave Howell kept his eyes on his wife.
I'm going to be, if I'm there...
Give that guy a Klondike bar.
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
Take your water from pale to pumped. Crystal Light. Pump it up.
Your local news is next, followed by an all-new Tonight Show with Jay Leno.
Thursday, June 5th. NBC invites you to a good old-fashioned thrill ride.
Thrill?
The makers of these films are taking over your TV with original movies every Thursday.
These people are insane.
Fear Itself premieres Thursday, June 5th on NBC.
Where the news comes first. More tax rebate troubles. Why some people are missing a big chunk of their cash.
He was going to kill her and rape her.
A judge's fight to keep his wife's attacker behind bars. Passing on the pain.
Everything takes fuel, and it's all costing more.
How local businesses are sharing their extra fuel costs with you.
Live News 5 at 11 starts now.
It is a wet night out there. The rain has been falling nonstop.
Yeah, and a flood advisory is now issued in parts of the tri-state. And all of this wind and rain is causing some pretty big problems tonight. A tree fell on some power lines in Delhi. And News 5's Eric Flack is live with more on the damage that it did here. Eric?
And Shree, I guess the old saying goes, a dark and stormy night. That's what it is out here in Delhi as a tree falls down, knocks down some power lines, and actually knocks out power to about a dozen homes, maybe more out here. Now, all this happened on Pendretti Avenue. The storm blew down the tree around 9 o'clock tonight. Now, when the tree fell, it pulled down some power lines, which caused the transformer to blow, tossing live wires into the street there. Now, no one was injured, but the street had to be blocked off by police while they waited for Duke Energy to come out and fix the lines. It was double trouble for a woman who lived on that street because in the middle of all this happening, she started taking some major water to her basement. Some emergency workers went to go help her with all that. So she really was having some headaches. Everybody else just left in the dark. No word on how long it's going to be before the power comes back on or how much damage was done other than the power outages. But again, a tree knocks down some power lines, causes a transformer to blow out here in Delhi. A dark night for some people out here waiting for Duke Energy. Reporting live from Delhi, Eric Flack, News 5, where the news comes first.
All right, Eric, thank you. And in fact, we just found out that a flood warning has been issued for Warren County. Power 5 Chief Meteorologist Derek Beasley is tracking things for us with the Power of 5. Derek?
That's right, Sandra. It's been a very wet evening across parts of the tri-state. Flood warning in effect for a good chunk of our counties in the News 5 viewing area. Some areas picking up 1 to 2 inches of rain here over the past 2 or 3 hours. Let's take a look at some of this video from earlier here in Mount Auburn. The rain has been steady all night long, coming down heavily at times, reducing visibilities, making driving difficult. It was actually heavy enough and prolonged enough to postpone the Reds game between the Reds and the Marlins for this evening. You see folks making their way out and about, having to battle the winds as well as the rain. And it looks like the heaviest of the rain now beginning to shift out of the Cincinnati metro area, now affecting our eastern counties. Let's go over to the Power 5 radar network. And as you can see, the heaviest rain indicated by the yellows and oranges here as you go out towards Clinton County, as well as Highland, Adams, and Brown counties, and the far eastern parts of Claremont counties, just east of the Batavia and Bethel areas. This is continuing to quickly move off towards the east, but notice back towards the west, the rain becomes a little bit more spotty, especially through southeast Indiana, parts of northern Kentucky as well. A few showers just off to our south in Pendleton, as well as Grant County, Owen County, Gallatin, and Carroll counties. Out towards southeast Indiana, though, looks like Ripley County, just some isolated showers. Winds have been gusting anywhere from 10 to 20, 25 miles per hour throughout the evening, and that has caused some problems in some areas. Notice the rain, though, in the wide view of the Power 5 beginning to come to an end. Out towards the west, our Louisville and Indianapolis radars showing that rain now becoming a little bit more spotty across central parts of Indiana as well as the southeastern part of the Hoosier State. Your forecast for overnight tonight looks like the rain becoming more spotty. We're going to keep that chance of rain in the forecast through the morning rush hour, although it won't be as heavy as it's been with temperatures into the 50s. We have more chances for rain as we head to the upcoming weekend, as well as some 80-degree temperatures back to the forecast. I'll let you know all about it coming up in your complete forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, Derek, we will see you then. Another trouble spot tonight is in Evanston, where a tree landed on a car, and that's where we find News 5's Andrew Setters. He's live with the latest on the damage there. Andrew?
Yeah, good evening. This tree behind me here fell about an hour ago. The neighbors say the first indication they had that anything had gone on was a car alarm going off. Somewhere underneath that tangle of branches is a car that has been crunched. Neighbors say this is quite a large tree. They say if 4 men stood arm in arm. They probably couldn't get their arms all the way around the base of this tree. They say apparently the ground was so waterlogged that the tree just toppled over right from the base. Nothing broke. It just came down, and the neighbors say it's a very good thing it landed where it did. It landed right in the middle of Holly Avenue here in Evanston. It damaged somebody's patio set, like I said, crunched the car, but really it could have been much worse had the wind been blowing in a different direction. It could have easily landed on one of these houses and caused some serious damage. Reporting live at Evanston, Andrew Setters, News 5, where the news comes first.
Now to the pain at the pump tonight, as if sky-high gas prices aren't really pinching you hard enough already. It's now affecting you in other ways. Businesses that rely heavily on gas are now forced to pass the higher costs on to you. News 5's Amy Wagner explains.
Yeah, we're being hit on all sides, and unfortunately, you know, we have to try to pass that on to the consumer.
Papadino's has been on this Clifton Street corner since the 50s, and since that time, pizza delivery has always been free of charge. 2 weeks ago, that changed to $2.
We've had to tack on a delivery charge just because of the fuel prices going up. We have to help compensate our delivery drivers because obviously they're paying a lot more to fill their tanks.
And that's not the only place they're feeling the pinch. Their ingredients also arrive here with an additional charge for fuel. And if you pay for professional help for your lawn, you can expect to pay more here too.
Each price was like raised by 5%, just to kind of, most people are cool with it. They understand that it takes gas on every piece of machinery and gas to get there.
Isaac Jones' company, Nicest Lawn Care, got revved up for higher gas prices before the season even began.
We already had a game plan kind of coming out of last season with all the stories we heard that it was going to be high, so we kind of planned ahead and kind of raised it before the season even got started.
And inside your home, if you need your carpets professionally cleaned, you can expect to pay an additional $10 fuel surcharge for that as well. Feel like you're getting hit hard from every angle? Business owners say it's the only way they can stay afloat.
You have to do what you have to do to stay in business.
And the business owners who I spoke with today say if these prices continue to go up above $4, you can expect their additional prices and fees to be passed right on to you as well. Reporting live in Clifton tonight, I'm Amy Wagner, News 5, where the news comes first.
Amy, thank you. And there is some good news for you tonight. Gas prices have dropped in some areas by nearly 20 cents since Monday. The Hamilton Speedway on Creekside Drive is selling gas right now for $3.76. The Covington BP on 5th Street reported gas at $3.79. And the Deerfield Township Costco on Fields Erdel also selling gas for $3.79. And as always, you know, these gas prices, they really can change at any time.
They certainly can. In fact, Memorial Day is less than 2 weeks away. And if you're maybe planning a family road trip, well, experts say expect gas to go up by as much as 15 cents. Of course, that has a lot of people considering just staying home.
Gas prices actually will decide probably that I'm not going to go.
The gas prices are just too high now.
According to AAA, nearly 38 million Americans are expected to travel 50 miles or more during the holiday weekend. That's 360,000 fewer than last year. The first drop in Memorial Day travel since 2002, when people were staying close to home after September 11th.
For those Americans who are working paycheck to paycheck or on a fixed income, or those that struggle to make ends meet, high energy costs are in fact having a real impact.
And it seems gas prices are just part of the problem. A bad economy is also to blame.
This year's gas prices, combined with other troubling aspects of the U.S. economy, have pushed some Americans to what we call the traveling tipping point. It's clear that a small number of us may choose to stay home this holiday and relax with friends and family rather than take a vacation.
But the rise in fuel prices won't have everyone breaking the bank.
For a vehicle with a highway fuel economy of about 25 miles to the gallon, average trip roughly 500 miles, that's only going to cost that driver about $13 more to take that trip this Memorial Day weekend than it did a year ago.
A small price many are willing to pay to get away.
I'm determined to go to New York, so definitely it doesn't matter to me, I guess. But it affects whether I buy a car or not.
By the way, also adding to the pain at the pump tonight, last year at this time we were paying 70 cents less for gas.
Meantime, Metro and Tank are offering you a free ride tomorrow. All you need is a bike. If you ride your bike to any Metro or Tank stop, you could ride the bus for free. It's all part of Bike to Work Day. All of the buses have bike racks, by the way, and there will also be a commuter station at Newport on the Levee and Fountain Square.
Noon at 11 tonight, a judge on the other side of the bench trying to protect his family tonight. A local judge is asking for justice. His wife and child, the victims of a brutal attack.
And in fact, there's a chance that attacker could be walking the streets in the near future. News 5's Andrew Setters has more on the judge's battle from the other side of the bench.
But why would they let somebody like this out? I don't know. It's ridiculous.
Judge Robert Ruhlman doesn't want to see a bad guy go free.
I think he really poses a threat to society. He shouldn't get out.
It was almost exactly 19 years ago that the judge's wife, Tia Ruhlman, went through an ordeal at the hands of Francis Smith. Kidnapped while holding her 5-month-old daughter in the parking lot of a Western Hills photo shop.
Hiding out in the van, and came up behind her with a gun, hit her over the head, told her to drive.
Tia Ruhlman described the attack and her daring move to save her baby back in 1989.
When he put the gun near the baby, and said, "This is loaded," and I thought, right there, I thought the baby was, a goner. And I thought, if I'm going to get out of here with my baby alive, I got to go now.
And that's when she decided to jump out of the car. It was still rolling, hadn't quite got out on the street yet. She just dove out on the parking lot here,
And now, Francis Smith is coming up for parole, but the judge doesn't want his wife's attacker to go free after serving only part of a 15 to 50-year sentence.
He had nothing but to do a bad act on his mind. That's why I can't believe they're going to let him out,
And that's left a man who spends his days handing out justice a little frustrated.
And I mean, there's no truth in sentencing. He's supposed to be until 2042.
And that was Andrew Setters reporting. And tonight we're giving you a chance to speak out about this case. Just go to our website, WLWT.com, click on our top stories, and you can send an email to the parole board ahead of the July hearing that could see Francis Smith walk out of lockup.
Up next on News 5, a big victory for the gay rights movement. Another state allows gay marriage.
And thousands of people shortchanged when it comes to those tax rebate checks.
Plus, a little troublemaker who took a joyride in a stolen SUV is in trouble again. And wait until you hear what he did inside a Walmart.
And the Today Show summer concert series is drawing a big crowd, but you might be surprised to find out who these people are waiting to see.
And it looks like the Power 5 continues to track areas of heavy rain moving east of the metro. I'll let you know if the rain's going to last into the weekend coming up.
Plus, right after the break, we have your winning Ohio State Lottery numbers. Stay with us.
Tonight, Jay's All New with Dana Delaney, Adam Carolla, and getting punked at the gas pump. And in a special outdoor concert, Dwight Yoakam. Then on Conan, Carlos Mencia. Tonight.
Hi, I'm Steve Carell, and I'm hosting the season finale of SNL this week with musical guest Usher.
Hey, are you still a 40-year-old virgin?
That was just a movie, Amy, but yes, I am.
Dork.
News 5 closed captioning brought to you by your local Dodge dealers.
Dodge is protecting you from high gas prices.
Announcing the Dodge $2.99 gas guarantee.
Right now, when you buy or lease most Dodge vehicles, you'll pay just $2.99 a gallon for gas or diesel in each of the next 3 years for up to the first 12,000 miles per year. It's our $2.99 gas guarantee.
Dodge is coming through for you with relief at the pump just when you need it most. Hurry to your Dodge dealer today for the $2.99 gas guarantee. Let's refuel America.
In an area of southwest Ohio, where a full-scale, modern medical campus was nowhere to be found, it's now on the way. With a new medical center dedicated to healing, but focused on patient comfort, family convenience, and helping you stay connected to your life. A triumphant coming of medical excellence for everyone in the Warren and Butler County area. Atrium Medical Center, open now.
Now for Toyota's banner sales event with great deals on a huge selection of Toyotas, including the all-new Toyota Corolla at 35 miles per gallon and the all-new Toyota Matrix at 32 mpg. Now you can get 0% financing on any new 09 Corolla or Matrix, or lease an 09 Corolla LE for just $189 a month. Don't miss Toyota's banner sales event. For the latest offers or a dealer near you, visit buyatoyota.com.
At Watson's incredible pool and spa surplus sale. Save 20 to 70% off on truckloads of 07 and 08 model spas and above ground pools. Plus, get special financing. Sale ends Monday. Only at Watson's.
The perception of Ford has always been trucks. They are going to let me drive the Ford Edge.
We knew that people who don't drive a Ford would be surprised by Ford. So we went from town to town and friend to friend, inviting real people to drive one.
Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. It's a hot-looking car. I've actually really enjoyed the sync system.
Calling husband.
How are you doing?
I don't have to use my hands at all. Love that. After test driving it for a week, I'm a believer.
Drive an Edge as low as $22,235 after $3,500 in savings. Drive one today at your Greater Cincinnati Ford dealers.
News 5 weather brought to you by PNC Bank.
Now to the big stories we're following from around the nation for you tonight. A big victory for the gay rights movement today.
California's top court overturned the state's ban on gay marriage. This decision came after couples and gay rights groups filed suit back in 2004. And now justices have ruled domestic partnerships are not a good enough substitute for marriage. That clears the way for same-sex couples who have been waiting to say I do.
We are just feeling boundless joy at this point and a deep sense of well-being too, because